In 2025, a group of scientists employed cutting-edge AI to crack the cryptic symbols inscribed on the ancient rocks at Göbekli Tepe, and what they discovered set the world abuzz. Under the ground, they exposed underground chambers, thoroughly advanced artifacts, and hints leading toward a level of intelligence long buried by history. But among these stunning discoveries was one so disturbing that officials have declined to talk about it publicly. What precisely was buried beneath the ancient sanctuary? And why the discretion? The authorities' failure to speak only adds fuel to rising suspicion that Gobekli Tepe holds secrets humanity may not be prepared to face. The potential meaning of such a discovery is nothing less than chilling. Gobekli Tepe is located in southeastern Turkey near the Syrian border. The name Göbekli Tepe means potbelly hill in Turkish. Situated on a tranquil eminence far away from urban centers and tourist throngs, it is ringed by soft slopes and agricultural plains. The dry, peaceful landscape of the area provides no suggestion that under its surface lies one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in human history. The humble hill has attracted the attention of archaeologists, historians, and buffs of ancient secrets in general. This location is generally accepted as the world's oldest known monumental stone edifice, constructed over 11,000 years ago, 10 to 13 millennia before the Common Era. That makes it older than Egypt's pyramids and England's Stonehenge. It antedates the beginning of agriculture, villages, and settled life. The location is made up of imposing T-shaped pillars of limestone, some towering many tons in weight, set in circular arrangements. They are often covered with beautiful carvings depicting animals and mysterious symbols. Most impressively, the stones were quarried, carved, and set in place without the use of wheels, animal pack animals, or metal tools, an achievement necessitating both incredible skill and careful planning. So far, archaeologists have uncovered only about 1/10 of Gobekli Tepe. The vast majority remains buried beneath the hill, leaving untold secrets hidden in the earth. What has already been uncovered is groundbreaking, but what still lies below could rewrite our understanding of the ancient world. In the 1990s, German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt recognized the site's immense significance. His research proved that prehistoric societies congregated here to construct massive-scale buildings centuries before agriculture started, turning age-old theories on their head about the evolution of human society. What he found demonstrated that early man was much more intelligent, organized, and capable than commonly believed. But perhaps the most chilling question still remains: what do the mysterious carvings on the stones really mean, and why did people create them? The site's hallmark are its gigantic T-shaped pillars of limestone, some as tall as almost 20 feet and as heavy as almost 10 tons. These pillars are laid out in circular and oval enclosures, usually with a taller pair of center pillars that overshadow the center. Their positioning is intentional, creating geometrically perfect arrangements that show incredible foresight in architecture. For being more than 11,000 years old, the level of precision in design and implementation implies a profound knowledge of engineering and spatial planning. The pillars' surfaces are covered in masterfully sculpted reliefs of a range of animals, snakes, foxes, scorpions, vultures, and more, drawn in crisp lines and dramatic detail. Other carvings show stylized human figures with overemphasis on body parts and proportionally incorrect heads, possibly spiritual or mythological figures. The craftsmanship indicates symbolic or ceremonial functions, implying a system of belief much deeper than written words. At the time of its construction, the people of Gobekli Tepe were hunter-gatherers, living nomadically in small bands. They lacked domesticated animals, permanent farms, or wheeled transport. Yet they collaborated on an immense scale, quarrying, transporting, and erecting the stones with unwavering precision. This required coordinated teamwork, shared purpose, and an extraordinary level of community organization. Most researchers think the site was a ceremonial center, the world's earliest temple. It was not used for daily life. Rather, it was probably a convergence of scattered groups where gatherings based on seasonal changes fulfilled ritual, storytelling, and feasting obligations that renewed cultural ties. Schmidt suggested a radical premise: instead of agriculture giving rise to social gatherings, maybe gatherings for religious or ceremonial occasions were the ones that gave rise to agriculture. Societies might have started cultivating crops just to sustain the massive crowds attracted to such spiritual events, a total turnaround of the conventional timeline of civilization. One of the greatest enigmas of the site is its intentional burial. Sometime around 8000 BCE, individuals filled the enclosures with rocks and earth, burying the pillars beneath a shield of protection. It was no natural phenomenon, it was an intentional act. Why remains unclear. Maybe it was to seal in the holiness of the area, to signify the cessation of its utilization, or to bury its secrets forever. Where mainstream archaeology dwells on the ingenuity of human beings, other theories are rife. It is argued that the complexity and magnitude of the site surpassed Stone Age people's capabilities, leading some to guess that advanced, maybe even extraterrestrial, creatures had a hand in its construction. Others envision it as the work of a forgotten civilization wiped out by a worldwide cataclysm, with remnants of their knowledge being preserved by the Göbekli Tepe builders. Others still link the site to planetary alignments, underground energy fields, or even fantasy worlds such as Atlantis. While unsupported by concrete fact, these have found a place in popular imagination and fueled books, TV documentaries, and internet chat rooms. Media coverage has inspired useful public funding and support for research, but at the cost of also fusing verifiable truth with speculative fiction. In 2025, an archaeological discovery revealed that Gobekli Tepe was not just a seasonal gathering point. Scientists discovered hearths, storage pits for food, and the foundations of rudimentary homes. Stone tools, blades, scrapers, and grinding stones, indicated routine activities such as hunting, food preparation, and hide processing occurred here. Food debris consisted of wild grains, legumes, gazelle bones, and bird feathers, further hinting at longer habitation. Ground-penetrating radar scans uncovered more than 15 unsuspected stone enclosures, some of which date as far back as 15,000 years, earlier than the central buildings. Over 200 other standing stones were found, many thought to be undiscovered temples. With only a portion of the site having been explored, it is estimated by experts that it may take over a century and a half to explore fully. These results contradict the long-held tale that farming was the cornerstone of civilization. Rather, they propose that human contact, common beliefs, and collaborative building works might have come before farming. This means that early human social and religious needs were equally as important, if not more so, than the utilitarian requirement for food security. The building of Gobekli Tepe needed management, planning, and skilled workers. Some probably went hunting, others sculpted stones, while others coordinated construction and planning. Such labor division is a primitive type of social organization. These communal activities probably spurred commerce, the sharing of ideas, and the development of cultural traditions, the roots of civilization itself. Gobekli Tepe is found to be strongly similar to megalithic sites all over the world. Similar to Stonehenge, the stone configurations seem to track celestial occurrences, implying that there was an interest in astronomy at an early stage. The Maltese temples, constructed circa 3600 BCE using no metal tools, also had ceremonial functions and were built with extensive communal effort. On Minorca Island, there are T-shaped stone pillars called talas dating from approximately 1000 BCE, similar in shape to those at Gobekli Tepe, again, across a huge time and space divide. These similarities suggest a common human desire to construct sacred space, to watch the skies, and to build communal identities through monument making. Gobekli Tepe forces us to rethink the motivations of early human achievement. It shows that our forebears had not just survival capabilities but also vision, creativity, and will to construct lasting monuments of cultural import. These buildings were more than simple shelters, they were the center of social and religious life, grounding communities in shared purpose and identity. By gathering at these sites, early humans could have formed the bonds and rituals that enabled them to evolve into more advanced societies. In this sense, Gobekli Tepe is not merely an archaeological marvel, it is a window into the very origins of civilization. With most of the site still underground, the history of Göbekli Tepe is only just beginning. Future digs will continue to yield new information about its construction, utilization, and final burial. Every find compels historians to rethink what was possible in Stone Age society and increases the enigma of how, and why, this remarkable place was created. Göbekli Tepe is not just a pile of stones, it's a message from the distant past, inviting us to rethink the beginning of human culture. As the digging proceeds, we might discover that its secrets will change not only how we understand history, but ourselves.